This season, the shot is going international. Out of the thousands who applied, 7 Canadian and 7 American recording artists have been chosen to represent their country in North America's most intense virtual songwriting competition. Only 8 of these songwriters will make it to the solo rounds to showcase their own original music, and only one can be crowned the winner. Will it be a Canadian or an American that takes the top prize? 14 artists, 11 days, one amazing song. This is The Shot, Canada versus the USA.
Are you surprised that I'm starting first? Welcome back, artists.
Thank you.
It is strange for you all to be called back after a completed task and an elimination, but we've asked you to come back because you have made it to the halfway point and you are now in the solo rounds. Woo! Your groups are no more.
Nice. Congratulations.
No.
Top 8.
Yeah. Congrats, everyone.
This is the equivalent of making it to the merge in Survivor.
Yes, Bird.
That's right. Now,
Sam?
here's how it's going to roll moving forward. Each week, you will be provided a writing prompt to which you must submit an original piece of music for. You will then perform the song live for the judges. It's a great way for your voice, talent, and artistry to be showcased. So are you all excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, but hold on. I should say, there is a twist. Once you use a song for a task, it cannot be used for any future rounds of the competition. So that means even if the song is a good fit for multiple tasks, it can only be used once.
It can only be used once. For your first solo task.
We write this down? Should we get...
Yes.
For your first solo task, we really want you to showcase you. And with that, we want you to perform the song that you believe could be your #1 single. Are you up for it?
Oh yeah.
Are you up for it?
Hell
Oh yeah.
Yes! All right,
Sam.
joining CJ to judge your single are going to be resident judges Josh Simons, Ari Berger, and Ari Nisman. We look forward to seeing what you guys can do. Good luck, artists.
You've got the
Thank you.
clash of the Aries. You definitely need the help
Yeah.
and the luck.
Good afternoon, judges. We are without Ari Berger at the moment. She may jump in at some point as we're listening to today's first solo round of performances. Each artist is going to come in and present their song to us. We'll provide feedback. At the end of this first round, we will decide which 2 artists have our least favorite songs, a bottom 2, and one of those bottom 2 will be eliminated today. The artist tasked this week for their original song is to play for us a song that they believe would be their next big single. So, we've got the first one. Let's hear him. JSJ.
Good morning. How's everyone doing?
We're good. How are you?
I am lovely. Thank you so much. It's been a
That's
busy
good.
weekend, but good. Yeah.
Good. Say hi to Ari and Josh.
Hey Ari. Hey Josh. What's okay?
How you doing?
Well, thank you. Lovely to see you guys.
Tell us about the song that you're doing today that is your next big single.
So this is a little bit more of a stripped down version of my next big single. B Cubed is what I like to call it, or if you will, Bye Bitch Bye. The PG version, Bye Boy Bye. I wrote this song right after finally figuring out, you know what? I really am better than what I was given in my last relationship, and I am officially over it. And it's time to just say, I was giving you a
Bitch,
finger
bye.
cut off camera. Yeah.
Bye, bye, bitch, bye.
Yeah. I actually have a tattoo that says B cubed on my middle finger over here, so it's perfect just for that.
Time to say bye, bitch, bye.
Time to say it.
I enjoy saying it. Okay, that's the inspiration for the song. It's called B squared. B2?
B cubed. B
B
cubed.
cubed. Okay, perfect. Let's hear it.
Perfect. Quick question before we start. Would you like me to sing the non-sweary version?
No, go for it.
Oh, thank God.
Go all in.
Yeah, please.
Bye bye. JSJ. I know I'm not perfect, but all you did was tear me down, and worse, you did it on purpose. Was it worth it to flirt with each guy who sent a text that we both know was your ex? Yeah, I hope you're getting better sex, but we both know we'd be lying to ourselves. Yeah, I know sometimes I think about you. It's so fucked up how much I liked you, but you tried to have my cake and eat his too. So now it's bye bitch bye for you. You text and call to try to make up, but boy, I hope you know this breakup has made me realize dreams do come true. That's why it's bye bitch bye for you. You, bye bitch bye for you. You. So what's next? Show up unannounced and apologize, or will you just keep on searching for first prize in each guy who sent a text that we both know was your ex? Yeah, I hope you're getting better sex, but we both know we be lying to ourselves. Yeah, I know sometimes I think about you. It's so fucked up how much I liked you, but you tried to have my cake and eat it too. So now it's bye bitch bye for you. You text and call to try to make up, but boy, I hope you know this breakup has made me realize dreams do come true. That's why it's bye bitch bye for you. You, bye bitch bye for you. You. So what's next? Yeah, I know I'm not perfect, but I didn't deserve this. Oh, yeah, I know I'm not perfect, but I didn't deserve this. Yeah, I know sometimes I think about you. It's so fucked up how much I liked you, but you tried to have my cake and eat it too. So now it's bye bitch bye for you. You text and call to try to make up, but boy, I hope you know this breakup has made me realize dreams do come true. That's why it's bye bitch bye for you. You, 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 bye bitch bye for you. Bye bye.
I'm going to jump over to the guys. Mr. Nisman, what do you think?
Thing I want to do is establish a timeline here. Was it the tattoo, the relationship, or the song that came first in this entire scenario? Because I need to know.
Relationship, tattoo, song.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. I thought your vocals were great. I think it's got a good dancey vibe in that chorus. I'm not the biggest fan of singles with language because I try to think of them for radio, and I know you're going to do an edited version if it got there, but does it lose that kind of same sort of feel of the authenticity of the song and what you're trying to portray itself? So in terms of selection of single, that's something that just kind of always goes into the back of my mind. I think it's a playful song. I think it's going to appeal to some. Certainly has that, themology of the breakup that everybody wants to talk about and think about, which I think hits the spot. I thought it was good. Not great, but I thought it was good.
Dope. Thank you.
Josh.
Yeah, I think, it definitely had the sort of top 40 characteristics, which is a good thing because that was kind of the brief. From a lyric perspective, there was a little bit of shoehorning going on, which is kind of, I feel like, always the biggest crime in songwriting, but somehow you actually pulled it off, and I think that's a credit to your vocals. So I would work on maybe simplifying some of the lyric structure, longer words that can be elongated over syllables and melodies, as opposed to lots of short staccato words that actually start to sound like word salad or word soup a little bit. That's a very technical comment. I think you hit the brief. Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes, Jay, I think that it would make the perfect greeting card. I think right on the front should be "Bye, bitch, bye," and then part of your lyric on the inside.
Love.
And that everyone in the world should be given a package of those cards just for free to give out to people who have screwed them over in a relationship.
I love that. Yeah.
Here's my advice on number one. Has it been mastered already?
No.
Okay.
That's one of my newer ones, so it's only in the demo-ish phase.
Perfect. So the version that you did for us, I would say use as an extended version. Put the little E for explicit on it. Put that out. Then have a shorter, more abridged version that can still be explicit. Then a shorter, more abridged version that isn't explicit. That is the kinder, gentler, radio-friendly version of the song. So you've got 3 to put out over a period of time to give a bit of life to the song after its initial release. The performance itself of the song is more of an extended version because I think it runs a little bit longer and it could be abridged. But I think it's a great song. There were aspects of it that I can relate to, some things that I would definitely like to say to my ex for sure. I like it a lot, and your vocal was great.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Spot on. Cool.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you in a bit.
See you guys later.
Ciao for now. All right, JSJ was great. If we've got next artist, it's going to be Vincenzo. Let's bring him in. How you doing, Vinny?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm sorry. Dr. Romolati.
Romualdi.
Yeah, right.
The UA makes a wa sound.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing today?
As if my Anglo accent could actually say that. We're doing great. Vin, tell us about the song that you're doing today.
Yeah, so this is actually a really hard song for me to sing because it was probably one of the most depressing times in my life. Definitely like the most I've ever been depressed. And the song's about all the people around me that I felt at the time were taking advantage of me. And I've come to realize now that I was one of those people. So the song's called Break. I seem to be having some issues with my pickups on my guitar, so I'm gonna try to strum really loud so the microphone can pick it up.
Why do you think this song could be a single?
I truly believe that music is intended to speak to large audiences about something they already know, but to portray it in a way they've never heard it before. And so I think this is a very impactful song and a lot of people can relate.
There, let's hear it.
Awesome. This is Break. trapped inside my mind, afraid of what I'd find if I stayed any longer. Would it make me stronger? Oh no. Oh no. Break in, take what you need, get out, just let me be. Break in, take what you need, get out, away from me. Tell me everything is fine. I've got your back, but you stab me in mine. How can I love and hate at the same time? Maybe it's because I'm going out of my mind. Oh no. Oh no. Break in, take what you need, get out, just let me be. Break in, take what you need, get out, away from me. Break in, take what you need. Break in, take what you need. Get out, just let me be. Break in, take what you need. Get out, away from me. Away from me. Away from me. Away from me. Break in, take what you need. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. I'm gonna jump over to the guys. I'm gonna start with Josh first.
I'll wait for you to get your headphones on.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Gee, your voice is interesting, right? Because when you were singing down low, which was, I'd say 95% of the song, I felt like your voice was trying to break out of the song. Not sorry to use a pun. Like it felt like the key was maybe a little bit wrong. But then when you went up to the octave above, it actually sounded slightly out of your range. So I think the song's actually just fundamentally in the wrong key. So that's something I'd consider. I think there's a nice sweet spot that you'd find that would keep the interest a little bit higher. And to that point, that sort of leads into my second thing, is from a hook perspective, it didn't do it for me, sorry. I didn't find enough hooks to latch onto. I like the message. And the main refrain is somewhat catchy, I'll give you that. But, you know, hit singles need hooks, followed by another hook, followed by another hook. And I didn't find enough of that in this particular song. But well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
For me, you know, the challenge here was find a single and play that next hit single that you have. A single doesn't necessarily need to find radio, but it does need to find a genre. and I'm not sure where I'm pegging this song across the lanes of our genres. And so then I try and get into the song. I think, look, your passion is there. This was obviously an emotional time in your life that you wrote this song. I think you can see that from the breakdown and the fury at the end that you get into. I was looking for those hooks and couldn't find it. I was looking for the real thing that tore at me to be that next single. I don't know that I found it. I think lyrically, you've got a message here in this song, and I think you're driving it from the right place. I think it's a little too simplistic and without those hooks to really be that next single on your album.
Okay.
Vinny, I think that the lyric is strong. The passion and the emotion that you wrote the song from is most certainly there and is admirable. Nobody can judge that. As far as the evolution within the performance of the song, it would be helpful for you to take some of that power that you put into the end and bring it to the front so that you've got a more stable performance and that it doesn't feel like it's jumping around from one bit to another. I think that it's a great showcase of what you can do vocally, from going slow to getting that more raspy, grittier feel that you have to your voice, and then being able to go higher. I like the song. I think it's an early stage and you should keep pushing on it.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Feedback. Check out now.
See you. Oh boy, that was kind of all over the place.
That was rough.
It was really, really all over the place. And I don't know. I have a hard time with when artists preface their performance by saying, well, this was from a really tough time and I'm very emotional about this performance, because they're setting themselves up for, if I don't do this well, then I've got something to fall back on.
Right. If they're going to preface it with that, it needs to be the greatest song you've ever heard, right? Because it's basically saying this is the peak of my writing abilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a stupid sentence.
Yeah. Okay. That was what it was. We've got Tasha up next. If she's here, let's bring her in. Tasha, hi. We are excited to hear your song. First of all, tell us what the song is about and what it's called.
Yeah, so this song is called Turn Off. And it's basically about, I'm married, so I don't have bad dates anymore. But I hear all my friends having terrible dates, particularly during COVID. And it seems like they get worse and worse and worse. So I was talking to some friends and then watching a bunch of TikToks, and I got this idea, like everything you say is a turn off. Like nothing you're saying is working right. And just like these stereotypical bad date things that I kind of turned around a little bit. So yeah, it's talking about a bunch of bad dates, basically.
Why do you think this would be your next single?
I think the chorus is really catchy. I tend to write kind of slower, sadder songs. I have a hard time breaking out of the melancholy, for sure. And this is really fun. I think it's actually funny as well. And I think it's relatable to a lot of people. And even though I don't go on bad dates, I've still been on bad dates, and it's relatable to me. So I hope you guys like it, and I think other people will too.
Josh has been on a ton of bad dates, I can tell you that.
Only with you.
But I paid. Tasha, when you're ready, take it away.
All right. Can you guys hear the music playing in the background? Feels like I've been on this date a million times before. He keeps going on and on about his frickin' car. I get the feeling that you couldn't even handle driving my 68 GTO and manual. You give me advice like you're my dad. Every word another thing to cringe at. This is not an audition that I wanna pass. So what? You can fill up my nah. I can see how this is gonna go. Please know the feeling's not mutual. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. Everything you say makes me turn away. It's a turn off. Feels like I've seen this job posting before. Copy and paste description. Need someone in the kitchen to take over mom's position. Need a maid to do your frickin' dishes. And I can see how this is gonna go. Please know the feeling's not mutual. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. Everything you say makes me turn away. It's a turn off. And it doesn't make me jealous that you're staring at a waiter. Maybe she won't mind waiting on you at your dinner table. And it doesn't make me jealous that you're staring at a waiter. Maybe she won't mind waiting on you at your dinner table. Nah, I can see how this is gonna go. Please know the feeling's not mutual. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. Everything you say makes me turn away. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll jump over to the boys. Ari, what do you think?
I thought it was fun. I thought it was playful, and I think it has a really good set of imagery behind it. I think the job posting piece about the two opportunities that certainly nobody would want to sign up for, and the leading nature of it, I thought was a lot of fun. I think the song's going to need quite a bit of development to get it into single stage. I think you're in the early stages of the song, but a good score. I think, so far as the challenge, I think you met the bill. I can see it, as being a potential single when it's built out in that studio and done well. So nice job.
Josh.
Yeah, oh, there we go. I'd second that. I enjoyed it a lot as well. I also agree that it needs a little bit of development on the songwriting or song structure side more than anything, actually, but that's all doable. That's the good news. It's not like you're working with something that's fundamentally flawed. I think it's actually a really solid foundation for a track. So well done. It was really enjoyable as well. And your vocal was great. So good work.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sasha, where would you place the bridge?
So yeah, the bridge, and it doesn't make me jealous. I placed it after verse, chorus, and then I went into the bridge.
Okay, got it. I also think that it's very strong. I think it's relatable, especially within the context of bad COVID dates. I had a 9-month-long bad COVID date. That song would have been perfect to have as the theme for that entire time. And the boys are very much aware. That's why they're kind of smiling and laughing.
You should have been dating during COVID. You shouldn't have been dating during COVID. You did it to yourself.
No, Clubhouse did it to me. I really enjoyed that. I agree with the guys when they say building it out. It's very much in demo state right now, scratch tape, but I like the potential of it and the relatability to it. Well done. We'll see you in a bit.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
You're totally right. I shouldn't have been dating during COVID.
It's a turn off to begin with. You have COVID? Are you sure? Want to go on a date?
Just one other question you've got to ask, isn't it?
The other question needs to be asked. Only now it's, are you double vaxxed or triple vaxxed?
Yeah.
All right, we've got Megan up next. If she's here, let's bring her in. Megan, how are you?
Oh, I was dressed first this morning when I found out that my submissions weren't showing up for you guys. So that was
Oh no. Oh, that's what I got. Okay, makes sense now. Well, glad that you're here. You're here now. Nothing else
I'm
to
really
worry about.
grateful to be here.
Oh, of course, we're happy to have you. Megan, tell us about the song and what it's called.
So this song that I'm going to perform for you guys is a song that I wrote called Beautiful Things. It's a song that I decided to go with because as a breakthrough single, I just feel, although it's not up tempo, it just feels like something that is relatable and connects with everything that I believe. And essentially it's a song that about how sometimes things need to get a little sticky and messy and uncomfortable in order to give you the tools you need to be the best version of yourself. And like on the other side of the heartbreak and the uncomfortable moments can last beautiful. So just to keep going. And that's what this song is about.
And what about it makes you think it could be your next single? Perhaps it is your next single. What about it gives it that quality for you?
I'm really proud of the instrumental around it that helps build the story. And I think that the word would, I hope, do justice to the mouth. I find that in today's music, a lot of the drive comes from a good melody, but maybe it's just lyric that isn't very in depth or doesn't hold much substance. And song, it came from the depths of my soul, and honestly, it was built up of from a series of journal entries that I had done. Sat beside my piano and played it, and it felt good, and it makes my heart feel good when I sing it. The people I've shared it with and that have heard it, it makes them feel hopeful, and that is what I want. So that
Okay, let's hear it.
okay. Optimism's at no time low, but I'm hopeful. Stay hopeful. Like puzzle pieces scattered on the kitchen floor. I feel broken, but I know that I can put myself together again. I can put myself together again. Cause some of the most beautiful things can be so close when they feel so far. Yeah, some of the most beautiful things come together when every apart. Like we it is all written by a broken heart. Sometimes I wish I could just let shit go. It's like I'm living in my own prison. I'm counting the days, but they just move so slow. I feel tired, so uninspired. Put myself together again. Put myself together again. Cause some of the most beautiful things can be so close when they be far. Yeah, some of the most beautiful things come together when everything's falling apart. by a broken heart. Written by a broken heart.
Megan,
Yes.
you okay?
I'm very nervous. I'm
Well,
very nervous.
right
I
off
was
the
shaking in my boots the whole time.
well, relax, relax. Right off the bat, I'll just tell you that the connection was a little bit hairy, so it got choppy a little bit for us, but we're not going to worry about that. And I say that because I know one of the other guys will say it. So just to put that out there. Beyond that, I'm sure that you've heard many times that you have an Adele-esque quality to your voice, performance, and presentation. No doubt you've heard that. I think the song is beautifully written, and the power and passion within it is almost indescribable because of that quality that you have to your voice. I think it's beautifully written, and the fact that it came from the pages of a journal makes it very unique. I think your voice is phenomenal, in my opinion. I'm going to throw it over to the boys. I'll go to Josh first.
Also, I'm sorry. It looks like I'm looking down because I'm looking at
That-
my computer screen. But
That's
just don't
okay.
wanna leave you
Technically,
guys
you're
hanging.
over there for me, so I don't apologize. Josh,
What? Who did the string arrangement? Out of curiosity,
Who did the? Pardon me.
the string, the orchestral arrangement.
A man that I'm lucky enough to work with named Keith Thomas.
Very cool. I thought that was really, I mean, just helped highlight the better parts of the qualities of the song. From a production standpoint, the only feedback I would give that's a slight criticism is I couldn't stand the drum sound. But everything else sounded really A1. Beautiful song, delivered with a lot of soul. I think it's the favorite thing I've heard today. So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
Thank you
stuff.
so much.
Edmund.
Yeah, I agree with my counterparts. I think vocally, I mean, you've got chops. You can sing. There's no question about it. And you may have the best, voice in this entire competition. When I get into really ballady songs like this, and I think about this in an Ed Sheeran sense, they can either become a wedding song or they can become a pop single. And I think you have to be careful of where that little blend is. I think this song could go off in that direction, and I don't mean the good one. So as you start to reel this song in for what it should be for a single, make sure it doesn't cross over that line. Other than that, I think it's got a beautiful feel to it.
I would just add to that. I totally agree with you, Aria. Reference, Silverchair, the Beatles, maybe even some Coldplay to work out how to take this one home. I think those would be your best references to get this across the line.
Agreed. I agree with that. Megan, fantastically done. We'll see you in a bit.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
You're very welcome. I think she probably does have one of, if not the best voice in the competition right now. And I think she's a strong songwriter. I think the nerves get a little bit to her, but I don't know how much of that is the nerves or show. You know what I mean? But I like her. All right, next is Adem. If he's here, let's have him.
Hello.
Adem, were you surprised just then? Is that what?
What happened?
Oh shit, I'm on.
I know, yeah, it turned on. I thought the Zoom would automatically turn on the camera and stuff, and then it didn't, so I had to run to my computer. It's across the room.
Oh, the joys of doing this virtually.
Yep, Zoom sessions.
Right? Adem, say hi to Ari and Josh.
Hello, Ari. Hi, Josh. How you guys doing today?
We're good. Looking forward to your performance.
Sweet. Thank you.
Adem, tell us about the song, what it's called.
Yeah, so this song is called Nothing I Wouldn't Do. It's probably one of my favorite songs I've written. And, I kind of I'm a big blues and jazz influenced artist. And I like to take those concepts and kind of add them into pop and kind of change the scene a little bit. And I feel like this song really encaptures that kind of like influence into pop music. And the song, it's about, falling in love and going extra miles, 1,000 miles to continue that love. So it's called Nothing I Wouldn't Do.
Okay. Why do you think it could be a single?
I feel like it could be a single because it has a really catchy chorus. When I wrote this one, just sitting down, I had all these ideas coming to me, and recording it was just such a fun process. So I would have to say that I feel like the song is a very upbeat, fun song, and that really portrays itself within the lyrics and the production of the song. And I feel like an audience could really resonate with the song and play it when they're driving down the street, windows open, having a blast. So
perfect.
At first sight, I knew I had to make you mine. Think there might be something in the air tonight. And those eyes, they just caught me by surprise. And I do not have much time. Let me say what's on my mind. If you're searching for some real love, baby, I'm inseparable. Oh, darling, let me tell you, there's nothing I wouldn't do just to see your smile. Walk 1,000 miles for you. There's nothing I wouldn't do, babe, just to hold you in my arms. Baby, set off the alarms. Ooh. And babe, your love's a chance that I can't miss. Let me prove to you I keep my promises. And tell me if you feel the same way too. I swear to God, I'll try and play it cool, yeah, yeah. If you're searching for some real love, baby, I'm a step above. Oh, darling, let me tell you, there's nothing I wouldn't do just to see your smile. Walk 1,000 miles for you. There's nothing I wouldn't do, baby, just to hold you in my arms. Baby, set off the alarms. Ooh. Girl, you know that you make things alright. I won't talk to you all night. So let down your hair, no need to worry around here. 'Cause baby, you know there's nothing I wouldn't do just to see your smile. Walk 1,000 miles for you. There's nothing I wouldn't do, babe, just to hold you in my arms. Baby, set off the alarms. Ooh.
Damn.
CJ,
How do you feel?
feel pretty good.
Good. Wonderful. I'm going to throw it over to the guys. Go to Josh first.
Your voice is a really interesting thing. So the tone and the timbre is, I think you've got a lot of control over it. I think you know it, and I can
Yeah.
hear that in the way roll off certain phrases and you control your raspiness in a good way. But you suffered from something that I used to suffer from, and this is a big lesson for you. You overcompress your vocals in your chain, and the reason you were jumping in and out of key through that entire performance, and the reason you were jumping in and out of the keys because you couldn't hear it, because you can't hear a key when it's overcompressed. And when CJ said turn down the volume earlier, it wasn't actually that the volume was loud, it's that the compression is too high, and that's still remains. And so that actually just, I don't know if you're aware or not, but you weren't in key for probably 90% of the song. You were dipping in and out like that, but you still had control over your melody, which is why your voice is just a very interesting and quite special beast. But don't fall, trapped to that again. And next time you do anything like this, just maybe bring your compressor down to as normal or as much more realistic ratio, a smaller ratio than what it's on right now, because that will hurt your ability to perform live. So there you go. But the song was live.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A songwriter and a studio guy know how to explain it well. A booking agent just says the vocals sounded sloppy. So I'm going to go with that. It just, each time you were trying to hit a note, even when you were going low or high, I felt like you weren't getting there. So to me, it was sloppy. It's a kind of a new version of a pop genre that it's obviously finding its way right now with Silk Sonic and The Weeknd pulling from the old and bringing it new. And I think that you're in that right vibe the way you're running it. I just don't think that the song was the best effort. I think it needs some work both on the chord progression, a little bit, on the writing, and a lot on the vocals. So this one needed some work from my end.
Them, your style all the way across in how you present your vocal and the music has that 90s, I guess we can now call it vintage feel to it. And what I like about that is in that 90s vintage genre, it usually would take 4 or 5 guys to be able to deliver a song as part of a group, but you're able to do it as just one artist. I agree that it's not the best vocal performance I've ever heard you do, but you're probably more aware of that as well when you think about it.
Yeah, I was at a conference this weekend and I lost my voice out there. So I was kind of like trying to regain it this past week, but I got it to this point and I was like, I'm going to try my best to perform.
Well, you did. I mean, kudos for doing it, right? For still performing. The song itself, I'd suggest adding a bit more to the beginning before you jump into the vocal acrobatic that you have. Ease in a little bit more, make the listener want the vocal acrobatic before jumping right to it.
Sweet, thank you.
And you should know that when we spend this long with an artist, it means that we have a vested interest in the artists themselves. That should tell you something. We will see you in a bit.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you guys for all the feedback. It really means a lot.
You bet. Kid's got some chops, just needs some direction and development. Dustin Mackey.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Say hi to Ari and Josh.
Good to see you guys again.
Same.
Justin, tell us about the song today and what it's called.
The song today is called Love Language, and it basically is a jazz pop tune that poses the question of what it might be like to inquire about somebody's love language or love languages prior to pursuing them romantically. So it's kind of unconventional, but I've given it a try and it's worked before.
And why is it a single?
I think it's catchy, and I think it's thought-provoking as well. And so I think in that way it's very relatable.
Okay, when you're ready.
Sure thing. Oh, I'm also just gonna put on my hat because I don't want to swallow my hair. That has happened before. So
none of the three of us can relate to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hopefully that doesn't work as points against me. But okay. 2, 3, 4. Hey,
said there's something you'd like to say. So if you have time today, wanna play a game of billiards a little later? Oh yeah. Huh. Hey baby, you just rolled into town, yeah. Say you're feeling a little down. How can I be there for you this winter? Here we go. Maybe we could go out. Maybe we could flip that frown. Turn our world upside down. You should catch a few of them Z's. We'll order you a chamomile tea. Then maybe you could tell me. Alright. Hey, baby, tell me what flavor are you? I'd love to let your love language teach me how to take care of you. Yeah. Hey, baby, why don't I walk you home, yeah? Under moonlight on cobblestones. And now I'm wearing your tangerine chapstick. We didn't plan this out, so why should we cast it out? You turn my world upside down. And I just wanna make you feel safe. And if it gets a little too late, baby, you can stay. Hey, baby, tell me what flavor are you? I'd love to let your love language teach me how to take care of you. Yeah. Oh. Hey there, baby, tell me what flavor are you? Alright. I'd love to learn your love language. Teach me how to take care of you. Do, 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 yeah. Hey there, baby, tell me what flavor are you? I'd love to let your love language teach me how to take care of you. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's very clear, and I've said this before. I have a direct conflict of interest, so I won't give feedback. Instead, I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask the question to Ari. Last season, when Justin was with us, I asked you about the college market. Would Justin work in the college market?
It would. I mean, Justin would work in a lot of places. That's the truth of the matter. I mean, you've got pipes. I said to a young lady before that I think she had maybe the best voice in this competition, and I'm not so sure. You know how to dance your voice, you know the control, you know the tonage, you know where you want to be, and you can do a lot of things with that instrument right out of your throat. Saying that, if firstly, theme wise, I loved it. Tell me what you want before we do it. It's an easy message, I think, to grab onto, and I think it's wonderfully penetrating, throughout a lot of people's minds. Saying that, if I'm thinking about what the challenge was today, and my only critique would be it was to find the next single, and I'm not sure that I have the hooks that I've kept in my head right now for what that single is. And so while I know that maybe you describe this as a single, I think this is maybe a little deeper on an album. And I think this is a fun, playful track that has some elements of a single, but isn't something right up the middle. And a single doesn't need to be a radio single. It just has to leave me with that hook again and again in my head. And I don't know that I have it out of this song. But beyond that, I'll tell you what, I think you're here to stay for a while.
Thank you.
Gosh.
You know, when because again, we are judging today through this lens of is it a single or not. And when you said jazz pop, I got a bit worried, I'll be honest, because, you know, jazz pop singles typically aren't well, there's not a lot of them, right? But but it has been made possible, I suppose, more recently with your Bruno Mars's and people like that. And I heard as soon as you started performing, I was like, oh, that's where this sits. So, I mean, I don't know if I fully agree, Ari. Like, I could hear this being a single with the right production. What it does need is some A&R. So, you know, I was loving every second of it until at least 2.5 minutes, which is a great thing. But then as you got towards the end, you started doing the actual jazz thing, which is meandering and lots of sections and all that. And so that would benefit from some really brutal edits, but that's in the interest of the song only, of course. But yeah, I think you're incredible. I think this is probably the most enjoyable performance we've seen today. So well done.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Cool.
There you have it.
Perfect, guys. Well, pleasure.
I wish I could say what I think. I would totally go against everything Ari and Josh should say.
You just ripped me apart.
I would.
Given the theme of today, it's probably a good thing if CJ does not say what he thinks. We'll leave it there.
Okay, sounds
We'll
good.
see you in a bit.
Okay, thanks so much, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
He's a cool kid. Obviously, I have that
What was
bias.
your thoughts?
But
What was your thoughts? Do share.
my thoughts are pretty much along every performance we've heard today. Everything seems really long.
Yeah.
Like there's a clear need to understand the editing process.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding the need to repeat the chorus 3 times after the bridge, if there is one. Like, things definitely need to be tightened up in these songs. I don't know if it's not feeling done to them unless there's that extra repeat, but they're just too long. They're too long.
Honestly,
And
it's just lack of experience in songwriting. I honestly think it's that simple.
yeah, and that's how I felt about Justin's song. It's a great song. I like the song. I like the novelty of the concept.
Yeah.
But at some point you just start going, okay, I get it.
Mhm.
Are you done yet?
Yeah.
At any rate, we've got Ellie in next. She's here. Let's have her.
Hey guys,
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
been better, but I'm here and I'm got energy, so let's do this.
What has happened to
You
you?
lost your voice.
Lost my voice. Yeah, I've been spreading myself a little thin the last few weeks, and I had a show on Friday. I'd like to think I just rocked too hard, but yeah, no, lost my voice. Not great.
Okay. How are we going to handle this today?
I talked to the producers. They said that they were okay with playing my submission, so I'm hoping that's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about the song and what it's called.
Absolutely. So I started writing this song as a form of personal closure, following a breakup that left me with a lot of guilt. And over time, with clarity, I just found all of these realizations, and hard-hitting questions started to really form, till finally I just said, yeah, it's not fair, but it's time to move on. And this is my breakup anthem, Bitter.
Why is it a single?
Genuinely just one of the songs that I've put the most heart into. It's a song that I feel is right in my country pop wheelhouse. I should have done this song last year, and I'm not making that mistake twice.
Okay. We'll have to weigh the fact that we're hearing it as a track, of course, and it's no fault of yours that you lost your voice, other than maybe you partied a little bit too hard. Shame on you. But
I swear I didn't.
Let's hear the track.
If you're gonna hold me at arm's length all day, you aren't gonna hold me at night, babe. I don't wanna live that way above your standards and be loyal for respect. Everything I did was wrong. It shouldn't be so shocking that I left. It isn't fair. We're not happy and it shows. I had to find it in myself to let you go, and I can't bear all this spitefulness you hold. You know it's killing me to see you down so low. I gotta say, better ain't a good look, babe. Point here. You wanna be angry, you're choosing to stay mad, refusing to stand back up. What's the goal in this? Am I supposed to see that and feel bad and run back and unpack the boxes? I don't wanna walk along that tightrope line, just hurt myself, I'm fine, it's all inside my head. But nothing else made any sense, I ran as far away as I could get. It isn't fair, we're not happy and it shows. I had to find it in myself to let you go, and I can't bear all this spitefulness you hold. You know it's killing me to see you down so low. I gotta say, better ain't a good look, babe. Better ain't a good look, babe. I wanna shake you by the shoulders and tell you this guy ain't half the man I know. I laid awake at night beside you, trying not to feel me, moving on so far away from you. It isn't fair. And you know I hate it when you're not Better ain't a good look, babe. Better ain't a good look, babe. You're gonna be okay,
Okay.
I wish I could have sung it for you. I really do wish I could have.
Okay. How much of a struggle would it be for you if we asked you just to do the chorus for us live? Would that be a huge pain in the ass?
I would try it. I just don't trust my voice to hit any notes right now.
I don't think she should try it. I can hear what's going on in there. It's
Yeah.
not good.
That's
It's not good. Okay.
I would sing
Uh,
this song for you any other day. I'll sing it next week twice if you want. Like,
I'm gonna give it to Josh.
Firstly, I like the song. Elliot, with your voice, every time I've heard you sing this season in particular, I'm hearing you stay inside a range, and I don't know if it's because it's a comfort zone thing, or like I don't really know what the limit of your range is yet because I haven't seen it challenged. And I think when I think of singles, I sometimes want to hear an artist pushing their voice a little bit, and there's that sort of reward moment when you hit the high note. You had that moment in this song, but even that high note wasn't particularly high. Not that it needs to be, but I can't nail your voice down one way or another, and I want to be able to. I want to hear the limit of your voice, and so I just keep that in mind when you're selecting key, because it's an important decision when you're writing a track. So I would say that, and then the only other comment is it probably could have done with a little bit of editing. You could probably shave off 30 seconds from the track, and it would get closer to that single territory that we were looking for in today's challenge. But good job, and I'm sorry about your voice. Prednisolone's a good drug. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Ari.
Putting aside that I'm a sucker for a great female country song, I still loved it. What I loved about it, and maybe there's a little advantage of hearing some of the production capability of the single, is that it had a guitar lick that I thought was hooky, and it had vocals that I thought were hooky. And so I think when I'm left remembering it, and how it plays in that chorus, that's the sign of a single. We need the hooks, and I think you had both the guitar hooks and the vocal hooks. I agree with Josh that I think just there is a little rangy stuff, and I've heard it a little bit from your stuff before. But all in all, I think you hit the mark today. If there was a challenge to make a single, you did just that.
Thank you.
Wow, that's good feedback.
I really appreciate it.
The song and your voice is very much reminiscent of the old school, traditional, vintage female country singer. Like it's Terry Clark, Beverly Mahood, Leanne Rimes sort of vibe to it. And that's coming back in a big way. There's a huge call for more traditional country and backlash against the pop country that has become prevalent. And even there is a saying, country radio doesn't play country music anymore. So that song, your song and your style, I think it's fresh, and I think it's refreshing to have that traditional sound to it. I like it a lot. I think it's a great song. I don't know about the title. Bitter could be a little bit of a put off. However, I agree with
There
Ari.
ain't a good
That's
look,
great.
babe. What can I say?
I think you did well. We'll see you in a bit, kid.
Cool. Thank you.
How do we feel about that we heard the track? I mean, obviously there's nothing that she could have done. There's no way she could have performed it.
I agree with Ari that it was actually nice to hear a track with some example of where the production might go, and I totally agree. I actually think the guitar hook was catchier than any of the vocal hook. The dee that's still in my head. So I think it shows potential, like when we were allowed to hear tracks like that. Having said that, if we open it up for everyone to do it like that, I'm guarantee we would hear a lot of shit production, and that would probably be just as annoying than the upside of hearing an occasional good track. So yeah, as a one-off, I think it's fine, CJ, but I wouldn't probably go down that road.
No,
I think her advantage is not going to matter in the end, because there were songs that wouldn't have compared even if she had sung it vocals only.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's still, I think she would have sung that as a single, and we heard the vocal hook without the guitar hook, it still would have been the single.
For sure. Yeah.
Agreed.
What did we think with that girl who sang to the backing track, the one with the bad internet connection? That's an interesting one, because effectively she was just singing over a pre-recorded track. I felt more iffy about that one, because I can play a proper production that I've done and sound $1 million and fake that, if I wanted to.
Good point.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come
which
back.
is why you heard the strings, and that was the thing that you spoke about first, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And we'll come back to that. We've got one more. Kevin is our last one in to see us. If he's here, let's have him.
Hello.
Kevin.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. Say hi to Ari and Josh.
Hi, Ari. Hi, Josh. How's it
Good to see
going?
you.
Good.
Good. You're not Josh. That's Josh. Kevin, tell us about. Kevin, tell us about the song, the title. What was the inspiration behind it?
So the song I'm performing today is called Kill You With Love. This song I wrote with my cousin, and it is a song about warning. When I wrote it, I felt like this was being told in ancient Greece. And this is a story that's been told time and time and time again. And it's about beware of the person who's giving you everything you think you need. Look out, because he's coming to get you. And so this song is about a different way to be killed. It's not by violence. It's not by threat. It's the worst way possible. It's with love. So yeah.
Wow. And why is this a single?
So this will be on my EP, which will be coming out this summer. And this is the title song of my EP, Kill You With Love. And this is the single because it really is the new generation of my sound. When I first started writing music and releasing music, I had very different intentions. I had intentions of, I just want to write songs that everyone's going to love, that you can play over and over again. And Kill You With Love was the song that really sparked I want to make art. I want to create beautiful music. I want to tell really cool stories. So this song really is the next generation of my songwriting journey.
Is this mastered already as part of your EP?
What I sent through is a rough master. We're still, it's not finished.
So if we give you feedback today on it, you'll still be able to use the feedback.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When you're ready, let's hear it.
All right, let's do it. It's a masquerade, it's the big parade with a lemonade for two. He's a Gemini with no alibi, and he's coming for you. And he knows the score, and he keeps wanting more, so you pour till your cup is dry. He's gonna kill you with love. He's gonna make you forget who you were before. He's after your heart and he takes it part by part and he keeps it locked in a drawer. He's gonna kill you with love. Da, 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 da. Now the verdict is in, your sentence begins, you're serving the rest of your life. Then he takes you by the hand, he says you don't understand, 'cause you're wrong and he'll always be right. So you forgive him his sins, now they're no longer his, they're yours for the rest of time. He's gonna kill you with love. He's gonna make you forget who you were before. He's after your heart and he takes it part by part and he keeps it locked in a drawer. He's gonna kill you with love. You no longer own your own mind, and there's no way to get away, so you're forced to stay enslaved to his time. He's gonna kill you with love. You better run while you can, 'cause a wolf always hides, disguised in the skin of a man. Don't drink his cup of sweet lemonade, 'cause once you do, you start to dissipate. He's gonna make you forget who you were before. He's after your heart and he takes it part by part and he keeps seat, locked in a drawer. He's gonna kill you with love. You no longer own your own mind, and there's no way to get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. He's gonna kill you with love.
Yeah.
Neighbors must love you.
I haven't gotten a complaint yet, so I assume they have
With
one.
a voice like that, I don't know that they would want to complain. I'm going to toss this over to the guys. I'm going to go to Josh first.
Well, I loved your passion. It's really refreshing to see anyone put that much into a performance. So I definitely commend you on that. I think the melodies were quite hooky in a good way. So that's good. And I'm purely providing feedback based on today's brief, which is we're looking for singles, right? I think genre-wise, I would struggle. Like if I was a music programmer and I was thinking about my playlist on the radio, or what have you, or even a Spotify playlist, I don't know where I'd place that. That's the issue I have with the song. I just don't know where I would place it. Like maybe, I don't even actually want to go there. I just don't know where I would place it. And so I don't know that it hit the brief on that particular point. But it was like undeniably Kevin. And so, you know, again, I commend you for that. If nothing else, I think you sort of really committed to what you were doing, and that's a good thing. So not the most useful feedback you've probably ever received, but I'm torn on this one a little bit.
No, honestly, that is honestly what I want to hear, because writing my music, I don't want to fit in any kind of genre. And I know that makes it hard to place me. And I kind of really love that. So that's actually something I'd love to hear.
So your challenge is going to be convincing the industry to agree with that, right? And you find yourself interesting, of course, because as artists we all do, but you have to convince someone else to find you equally as interesting. So that's the challenge.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, look, you do a great job of either duping us or making us simply forget that this was supposed to be about a single, and we sat there and watched a performance. And so it may be that you dupe the rest of the industry as well, because as a touring front man, we have to see that show because that is Kevin. And it doesn't matter that you make singles, because you become a worldwide superstar because of your performances, a Freddie Mercury or whatever it is, because that's what we want to see. If it was a single, it was the most dark avant-garde-ish single that I've heard in some time. And I think I'm okay with that. And so I think you just dupe me over and you win it anyway. So congrats.
Thank you.
I like the choice of the word dupe, because it reminds me of a fake it till you make it sort of mentality, but that encapsulates what you're talking about. You want to show people that you are your own artist, that you don't need to be slated or slotted into any of the traditional niche genres. And I think Ari's right, that in your case, it's more about performance than about a particular genre. I think people will just love you because you have an authenticity and a great character within what you do. And sometimes that's almost a better winning formula than being a strong singer-songwriter type. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate your time.
Our challenge is going to be to decide which of these artists are in our bottom two today, and ultimately which one will be eliminated from the competition in this first solo round. We are going to have that discussion. We'll see the artists back shortly. We'll have that chat right now. All right, boys. We need to choose our bottom two. First of all, let's talk about criteria today.
Josh, what are your thoughts?
I think every single artist today struggled in delivering what we think of when we think of singles. Sorry, I'll say that again with my notification switched off. I think every artist today struggled a little bit in delivering a concise single, ready for radio kind of song. Having said that, I think we heard a lot of great songs today. So I'm going to try and stick, to that criteria of judging this through the lens of your next big single. And I've got a couple of, I think, weakest ones quite clearly solidified in my head, at least.
Ari?
I think playing off of that, the other thing we had today was a mixed bag, a smorgasbord or a poo-poo platter of sorts, because we saw artists in very different ways. We had some artists that were raw and playing the song with their instruments. We had artists playing to backup tracks, and we had one artist who had a sore throat and couldn't perform. And so when you have that, you're also trying to balance in your head, what you should be looking past and what you should be judging them upon. But like Josh, I clearly have a couple that are in the bottom and a couple in the top and then a few in the middle. And so I think I'm interested to see where we all come together and see whether it was the challenge today that drives us and makes our decision, or whether it's the best artist that we think can win the shot that makes that decision. And sometimes that clouds the waters.
I gotta say that I agree with both of you. And now we're going to have to make that decision about which two artists are going to be in our bottom two today. And one of them is going to be eliminated.
Hello, artists, and congratulations on completing your first task of the solo rounds. Things are going to be a little bit different now. Having heard all of your songs, the judges have selected their bottom two of the day. And from those bottom two, one of you will be leaving the competition tonight. We're going to get to that in just a few minutes. First, let's chat. Tasha, how was your first solo round?
Yeah, it was really fun. I made the production for it, just like specifically for this. I didn't have it ready for it. And it was really fun. And it was good to get some feedback because this was a really exciting song for me, and definitely everything can always improve. So I'm excited to keep working on it.
JSJ, being here for Redemption, you are no stranger to the solo round. Anything stand out this year, maybe that's a little bit different from the past?
I will say the briefs are slightly different from last year, obviously, but I think what really stands out, like I've always said, is the amount of talent in the room and how different everybody brings something, or how everybody brings something a little bit different to the table. And just seeing everyone's setups right now, it's cool to see how everyone performed their songs, is what I'm assuming is what it looked like. So,
excellent. And your answers are always great, JSJ. Let's head over to the judges for some feedback. Ari, let's chat. How was it to hear the artists individually?
Yeah, it was nice. In the group rounds, sometimes somebody gets buried and succeeds among the mix. And here you can't hide behind anything. You are out there and you've got to deliver. It was a tough challenge this week. Some folks stepped up and some didn't, and that made it very difficult for us as judges.
And Josh, what advice do you have for the artists as they continue through the solo round?
Well, I think if there's a general piece of advice I'd like to give everyone is let's try and stick to the briefs. Today's brief was obviously what's the next big single, and I think many of you would have heard similar feedback from me, which is let's think about how songs and singles are identified these days. TikTok, 15-second sound bites, a shorter song running time, and most of the songs we heard today veered close to 4 minutes, had a lot of repetition and not always the best kind. So I would say going forward, just reread that brief a couple of times when you're selecting which songs to present, because it's going to become critical as we get closer to the end of the competition.
Now, CJ, which of today's songs was the judge's favorite?
Favorite? I get to do the favorite?
You get to do favorite this time.
This is completely out of the ordinary. This never happens. The judge's favorite song of the day
comes from Justin.
All right, congratulations, Justin. How does it feel to have the first win of the solo round?
Pretty damn good. Honestly, I didn't expect it. Overall, I think the judges' feedback was positive, but there was definitely some critical advice that, critique that they provided. And so I sort of figured that I probably wouldn't lose today, but I didn't expect to win. So it's really nice.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
And Josh, you've actually got the job today, Josh, of telling us which artists are in the bottom 2 tonight.
Yeah, take that.
I didn't sign up for this. This is horrible. Look, today's deliberation was a hard one. All of the songs had redeeming qualities. There's no two ways about it. And so you should all be commended for that. Having said that, we have the unenviable choice of having to identify the bottom 2. I want to be clear, we did not base this on production or presentation. We did see a lot of that, varying sorts of that today. Some people came with full productions, others just played on guitar. We based it purely on the performance that we observed today. So with all of that said, it's no pleasure for me to announce, unfortunately, Adem and Vincenzo are in our bottom 2 today.
Okay, so let's have a chat with Adem. Adem, why should you stay in the competition?
I feel like I should stay in the competition because I have a wide variety of songs that I've written, and looking into the future, I know what I took away from the judges today is a lot about like reading into the topic and discovering something that isn't too complicated on the instrumental aspects. So I have a lot of songs that I could look into that fit into these future categories, hopefully. And I feel like I could really sit down and rewrite some new songs as well for the future.
Okay, Vincenzo, same question. Why should you stay in the competition?
Question. I still have a lot to give. My heart still has a lot to give. And I think I'm just going to keep it short and sweet.
Okay. Thank you so much to both of you. Ari, I'm giving you the job today based on what you heard. Have the judges made a decision?
Yeah, Sam, I think the judges were aligned on this one. I think we feel good. So yeah, I think we've come to our decision.
Okay, if you could do me a favor and please give us the name of the artist that will be leaving the shot, Canada versus US tonight.
And you thought Josh signed up for the tough job. Unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to somebody. I think congratulations to everybody on another great week. Going home today, unfortunately, will be Vincenzo. Sorry.
Vincenzo. All
No
right,
need to be
listen.
sorry.
What was the highlight, Vincenzo, of the shot for you?
For me, it was definitely collaborating with such amazing people. It was definitely something I have not done before, and I learned a lot from the process. So thank you to everyone I've worked with, and to those who I have not worked with, looking forward to working with you in the future. And to the judges, thank you so much for your feedback. It's meant a lot.
Thank you so much.
Been making an appointment with you so you can fix my back.
I'm moving to British Columbia, so you're gonna
Oh,
have to
okay,
move.
never mind. Thanks, Vin.
No problem.
Events.
Excellent. Thank you.